This is the Saturday 8:30 a.m. flow. So I know that Millie and Corey and Lisa are out there. So hi, you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for making me get out of bed and do this flow practice for you, for me, yeah. So today we're going to start out with cats, and then we're going to do some upside down stuff. So we're going to do a little bit more wrist stretching, and you're going to need some kind of bolster or a pillow, and I'm sitting on my block. You might need a block for later. So we're going to be laying on each one of these later on in the class. But like I said, could be a big pillow. In class on Thursday, Connie was saying how pillows from your couch are sometimes just too squishy, and I understand that. Meditation cushions have a little bit more oomph to them, but if you pile up enough pillows, you can sometimes get what you need there. All right, so let's do some upside down stuff for an upside down world. That's kind of how I feel right now. So let's come to a child pose just to see where we are this morning. Let the knees be open, sit back, and relax over in the child pose. Nice big inhales. Exhales, letting the armpits drop. And then coming up into the table, turn the fingers in, spread them open. Oh, and I don't know if you can see my nice new purple mat. Joanne decided I needed a new mat, which I do, one that won't slide on my carpet, so I'm very grateful. All right, so the fingers will go in first, and then they'll go out, and then they'll go back. All right, so turn them in, spread them wide, nice long spine, nice slow pace. Big inhale, tuck your chin, exhale, push your spine to the ceiling, pull your pubic bone up, drop your sit bones down. Feel the space in the shoulders. Exhale all of the air. And then inhale to length. And exhale. Lift the stomach up. Push forward. Pull the shoulder blades back. Exhale as best as you can. Try to get all of the air out. Try to get as much of an arch as you can. Reach your chin. And inhale to lengthen. Remember, we're trying to exhale as much as we can. Exhale. Push. Empty all the air out. And then inhale is automatic. If you use the Ujjayi, it'll fill up, your chest will fill up slowly. Exhale, push your chest forward as you lift your belly up. Arch, flex your ankles, reach your throat, pull your shoulder blades down. And inhale. Tuck the chin. Exhale, push. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, arch. Inhale. Exhale, curl. Inhale. Exhale, arch. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale and rotate the fingers open or apart. And exhale, push. Go for that space in the shoulders. Your feet are pointed. Glutes are squeezing. And inhale to that long spine. Now rotate the elbows open if you can. Exhale, push them over your hands. And then on this one, see if you can take your sit bones and push them away from each other. Don't think about it too much, just try to feel them go to the sides. And inhale to the length, long spine. And exhale, push. Inhale. Exhale, arch. Inhale. Exhale, push. Inhale. Exhale, arch. Inhale. Exhale, curl. Inhale. Exhale, arch. Inhale. Rotate your fingers back as best as you can. Spread the fingers wide. And exhale, push. Inhale. Exhale, arch. Inhale. Exhale, curl. Inhale. Exhale, arch. Inhale. Exhale, curl. Inhale. Exhale, arch. Now just breathe normally, stay right here. Move your knees up if you can, sit back. Take a little bit of the weight off of your hands. And then press the base of your little finger, ring finger, middle finger, index finger, thumb. And then try to peel the heels of the hands off the ground just a little bit. And we're just going to sit here and enjoy that stretch. And then just peel the hands off and make a fist first and then rotate. Easy. Using as much movement through the hands and wrists as you can. And then as they're rotating, just let them lift up and just feel a kind of energy going from the middle of your sternum out your arms. Rotate them the other way. And maybe do that again. It feels pretty cool, actually. All right. Now monkey hands. So backs of the hands down. Make a fist. Straighten your arms. Put a little bit of weight there. And release that. So that's, obviously the opposite stretch, but I get a really lovely stretch from my thumb line up the inside line of the arm. We're going to make that a little bit more. So come to sitting, stretch your legs forward, get a drink if you need. When you do the cats with that breath and can keep that rhythm up, and then really do the complete exhale and the inhale and the exhale and only that breath, you can get nice and hot. All right, so we're going to stretch our hands behind our back. We're just going to put our hands down, lift our chest up. But first we're going to interlace our fingers, and then we're going to put our hands like this. So I'm going thumbs up, thumbs down, palms out. And then look at your elbows. Your elbows should be able to bend outward. All right, so we're going to take our hands back and then thumbs out, and then put them down on the ground behind you. All right, now your shoulders will be rolling in. Now, push your chest up. So you're going to get that front of the shoulder stretch. Now, my hands, when I'm doing this, my thumbs, my index fingers not on the ground. Try to get your index fingers best as you can on the ground. And we're going to spend our time just pushing our chest up. Just let your gaze go to the high corner of your room and push. So as you push, you're going to push down into your hands, you're going to push off your sit bones, and you're going to feel your chest just go up to the ceiling. And just breathe. And if you think this is pretty hard, well, it is for me. For some people, not so much. But just keep lifting and feel that line on the inside aspect of the chest, between the arm and the chest. So I meant inside aspect of the shoulder, really. Stretch. Because it's rotated in, and you're just going to put that on a stretch. So I feel the stretch into my bicep on my right hand. Try to straighten the elbows. Now, if your index finger's not on the ground, I want you to just slide your hands open a little bit until you can get the base of the index finger, the base of it, on the ground, and then lift up again. And release that. Take your arms to the front and rotate. So I feel this stretch now on the outside, from the little finger to the outside of my lower arm to the elbow. So the other stretches don't get the rotation as much in that lower arm. These kind of finish that stretch. So just let both wiggle. And then we're going to do the opposite. So we just did thumbs up, thumbs down, elbows out. Now we're going to go take your thumbs and push them up higher. Open them. Palms forward. Elbows are rotating back towards you. Not so much in, but if you could keep rotating, the elbows would be going in. And then you're going to put your palms flat down like this. Now, some of you will not be able to do that. I'm one of them. So I'm going to keep my hands in this orientation, and I'm just going to spread them open. The idea is to keep the lower arm rotating in the opposite way. All right, so hands behind your back. So instead of pushing the thumb away from you, push the thumbs towards you, rotate, and palms down. Now, if you don't have any shoulder stretch, wiggle your butt forward. Now here, if you're hyperextended like I am, keep your elbows a little bent. So the elbows are a little bent, the fingers are rotating towards one another. You feel a stretch in the lower part of the arm, similar to what we did in the last little cat. But it's just a little bit more because the hand position. And you're just going to keep lifting your chest up. So there's a little bit of weight on the arms, not much. Keep pushing it up and let that lower arm kind of absorb that rotation. Just breathe. And release that. And one more time, rotate. So I feel that all the way into my elbows and then up into various parts of my shoulders. So between all of these hand positions, in, out, and back, and then the two behind the back, you pretty much have gotten all of those lines from the hands up to the shoulders along the rotational lines. All right, so now we're going to go into the big cats. So get yourself into an extended child position, and we'll hold the first round for a couple of breaths. So for those of you that don't know the cats, you can at least kind of watch and then listen. And for those of you that do know the cats, just work it. And then we'll do 4 rounds of them with just one breath, one motion. All right. Reach those arms forward. Settle down, a couple breaths here. Exhale your air. And inhale, lengthen out. Shoulders over your hands. Sit bones reaching to your knees. Belly lifted, shoulders down. Straight line from your shoulders to your knees. Feet are extended. Feet are pointed, ankles are extended. Keep lifting your belly up. Pubic bone up into your spine, or feel that tailbone reaching through the legs and pulling up to your chest. Take another inhale, and then on the exhale, flex the ankles, pull the stomach up more, and reach the chest forward. Now, inhale, push the chest even more forward. Exhale, pull the stomach up again. Inhale, more forward. Exhale, pull up again. One more. Inhale. Exhale, pull. Now this time, inhale, lift the waist, tuck your toes under, and then sit back into the feet. I'll move my hands back a little bit, put a little bit more pressure on my toes. Roll the whole foot towards the median line so that you feel a lot more pressure at the base of the big toe and the second toe. And then once you feel like your toes have stretched, move your heels back another ½ inch, and you'll feel that stretch go kind of underneath your Achilles tendon. And then inhale, lift the waist, tuck your chin, And press back, down dog. Knees are straight. Lift the toes up off of your mat. Roll the thighs in. And then just keep pressing from your fingers. Finding that inside rotation. You're trying to lift the outside of the feet, the little toe more than the big toe. That will help that rotation. And then inhale up on the balls of the feet, ankle bones towards one another. And then exhale, curl, tuck your chin, push your waist to the ceiling, push away from your hands. Keep those thighs rolling in. One more, inhale up. Exhale, push just a little bit more. And then inhale, lengthen your chest. Lift it to the front. Exhale, push through the heels. Lift the toes again. Roll the thighs in. Keep pressing through your hands. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, push just a little bit more. And knees down. Inhale. And sit back. We're going to rest for just a second. Let your wrists take a little bit of a break. We're going to do 4 of those with just inhale, exhales. But what I want you to think about is the first exercise, the first part of class, was the cats, curling and arching the spine. And now what we're doing is we're curling and arching the spine in these various positions. So we're trying to feel that connection and the relationship between the extension and flexion of the spine and the addition of the legs and the arms in these various positions. It is actually a breathing exercise, a pranayama. So if you know what you're doing, try to stay with that. All right, hands forward, sitting back. Exhale all of the air. And inhale, lengthen. Exhale, arch. Stomach pulling up. Inhale, lift the waist. Tuck the toes. Exhale, press back into your feet. Inhale, lift the waist. Tuck your chin. Exhale, press back, down dog. Inhale, up on the balls of the feet. Exhale, curl and pull. Face towards your belly. Push away from the hands. Inhale, lengthen and lift the chest. Exhale, press into the heels. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, squash back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, arch. Inhale, lift the waist, tuck the toes. Exhale, press back. Inhale, lift the waist, tuck your chin. Exhale, press back, down dog. Inhale, up on the balls of the feet. Exhale, curl in. Inhale, lengthen and lift the chest. Exhale, press the heels. Inhale, release. Exhale, sit back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, Inhale, lift the waist, tuck the toes. Exhale, push back. Inhale, lift the waist, tuck the chin. Exhale, press back, down dog. Inhale, up on the balls of the feet. Exhale, curl, 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 curl. Inhale, lengthen and lift the chest. Exhale, press through the heels. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, squash. Last one. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, arch. Inhale, lift the waist, tuck the toes. Exhale, squash back. Inhale, lift the waist, tuck your chin. Exhale, press back, down dog. Inhale, up on the balls of the feet. Exhale, curl in. Inhale, lengthen and lift the chest. Exhale, press back. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, sit. Relax the shoulders. Breathe. Relax the joints. And really just enjoy all that activity from your hands through your chest, down into your hips, your knees, your ankles. You know, this is a warm-up. It's a warm-up connected to the breath that allows the motions of the series to kind of lubricate things. All right, so and I'm pretty thirsty today. I'm not sure why, but I'm really like trying to hang on to the breath pattern as best as I can. So right now I'm super hot. We're gonna put a little passive back bend in here. So if you have a block, you can put the block on this higher position. I guess you could see it pretty easy on my nice purple mat, right? Or the middle. If you don't have a block, a bolster will do. The block just makes it more intense because you can kind of identify what part of your back or your upper back is what part of your back you're trying to move. Now I'm going to do this because I went for a really long bike ride yesterday because it was so beautiful, and mountain biking on the trails really makes my chest tight. And so when I do this series right after that, I just really don't have a lot of motion. So I'm going to put my shoulder blades, the edge of them right on that block, and then I'm going to let my head hang. Some of you do not like this. So whatever you're laying on, just feel your ribs pushing up on the inhales, and then as you exhale, just let go of the spine. And then as you inhale, you can feel the back extensors kick into gear, because what we're trying to do here is we're trying to get a little bit more motion in the upper back. So we're just going to let the tissues through the chest and actually in front of the spine, we're going to give this a couple minutes here so we can get a little bit more motion. But the whole time that we're doing this, You're inhaling and pushing the chest up and away. So the ribs will be going up, and that will increase the arch. Then we're going to take our hands, inhale, and then reach them overhead. Mine are not going to the ground yet. But now, when we work this, we're going to inhale, push your chest through your arms. Exhale. Keep going. Inhale, push your chest through your arms. Exhale, try to keep the elbows straight. Keep working it. If you keep pushing out, you know, the arms go down further. Mine are on the floor now, but it took 4. Release your arms, and then just continue breathing. Couple more breaths. And then roll off of your blocks or your pillows to the right. Curl yourself just a little bit. And breathe your spine to the back, through the upper back. Just feel like you're going into a little bit of a fetal position, just enough to curve your spine that way for a couple of breaths. And then we're going to roll onto our stomach. Going to move your block. All right, now we're going to go into a series of cobras, different arm positions. But what I want you to feel now is after we did that block work. So if you have the block, or if you are laying over a pillow, you probably feel a little bit more in your upper back. So if you put your elbows in the Sphinx posture, push down and lift your chest up. Now just see if you can push your sternum forward. But you want to push your sternum forward by feeling the middle of your upper back, kind of right above your shoulder blades. Push forward. So now I can, it doesn't, when you look at me, it doesn't look like I'm getting much, but I really am getting way more than I had before. I can feel it and I can use it. So this forward push into this upper back extension is what we want to work on here in this Cobra series. All right, so our feet are together. Our hands are going to be back, palms down, elbows slightly bent. Press your feet into the ground. That'll engage the quads. Drive your sit bones into the backs of your legs. Press your pubic bone. Feel that tailbone try to pull through your legs and up to your chest. And then inhale, chest forward. And feel the pressure go down into the hands. So that's going to be inhale, chest forward, shoulder blades down into the hands. And then exhale, reach your tailbone towards your feet. I'm not very high. I don't want you to go high. I want you to go forward. Keep your neck, keep your head on your neck. Don't jet the chin forward. So we're inhale, chest forward, shoulder blades back. Exhale, lengthen your low back. Pull, keep the quads pulling. Keep breathing. One more inhale. Exhale, release. Turn your head to your favorite side profile. Breathe into your upper back and neck and just relax. And come back to center. Palms down, fingers forward. Slide the hands back until just the fingers are down. Elbows in. Press your feet. Pull your quads, drive your sit bones, and inhale. As you inhale, feel the shoulder blades press down through the heels of the hands. Maybe you'll come up a little higher on your inhales. And let yourself release a bit on the exhales. Again, try to feel the chest go forward and up. And on the exhales, keep reaching the sit bones back. Now on this next one, pay attention to that low back. On that exhale, really make those sit bones long and then lift the legs just barely up off the ground. We're trying to keep the low back supported, and actually here we're trying to keep it in the same place. So you're trying to attach a line from your pubic bone to your spine, high in the spine, that acts as a support for the low back. So the arch is held from underneath and you're not letting that whole lower line go and just jamming into a curve. That's what all that chest reaching forward on the exhale is about in that cat position. Can you support the low back as you extend the chest forward? Just a couple more. Here's the last one. Inhale, exhale, release. Turn your head to the other side. And then breathe. High in the back and into the neck. And come on back to center. One more. Take your hands back behind you, interlace, stretch them to straight. Press your feet, pull your quads, drive your sit bones. Inhale, cobra forward. Inhale, chest forward, blades back. Exhale, tailbone reaching to your feet. Now on this next one, exhale, pull your stomach and then lift the legs up, keep them together. Inhale, arms to the side. Exhale, take them around to the front, long boat. Inhale, push out the front and out the back. Exhale, pull your stomach. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more. Inhale, exhale. Next inhale, roll. Sorry. Up. Onto your left side, right side up. Lift that lower leg. Now, flatten your back out so that you don't feel a banana curve. So tailbone is reaching to your feet. Pubic bone is pulling, chest is reaching forward. That left leg is up off the ground. Excuse me, a couple more breaths here. And we're going to hold back with that right side. And then just slow motion roll back onto your stomach. And then left side. Oh. Lift up that right leg. Tailbone reaching. Try to roll the thighs, and it's easy to rotate out there. Whoops. And the rotate in will help you keep balance. Now we're going to inhale, and on the exhale, you're going to pull your waist to the ground, feet to the ceiling, up. Whoops. Rolling onto my block. Legs up. And then I'm going to roll back onto my mat. So we're laying on our mats. Legs are up. Arms are up. Press that low back into the ground. And we're just going to do this a couple times. So pull that pubic bone and then feel that waist press. And then let it go. And then press and then let it go. So as you let it go, you can feel the whole pelvis come off the ground with your low back arching. So that is not what we want. So, because when you pull and hold your stomach, you feel that nice long line. As you let go, your legs will still stay up there because you're still engaging hip flexors, but it's pulling your whole pelvis forward and the low back is coming off the ground. So I'm doing this a couple times so that you don't do that in this next section. So we're going to inhale. On the exhale, pull your pubic bone towards your waist. Pull your shoulder blades down. Lower your legs to 45 or lower if you can keep your back on the floor. And then inhale, we'll go up. All right? So inhale. Exhale, pull your pubic bone, lower your legs. Inhale up. Exhale, pull the pubic bone, lower the legs. Inhale up. Exhale, lower the legs. Pull the pubic bone. Inhale up. Exhale, down you go. Inhale up. Let go of your arms. Reach them past your hips, shoulder blades down. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Take your upper body up off the ground. Breathe. Keep that weight. If you can't keep your waist down, pull up to here. Keep inhaling up through the back line, pulling the ribs forward. We're not going to hold too long. One more inhale. Exhale, pull up, bend the knees, squash them in, wrap your arms around them, and then we're just going to stay here a couple breaths. Now let the knees open, soles of the feet together. Wrap your hands around your feet. And then just pull your feet towards your face. Let your knees open. Let them go as wide as you can get them. Now take the legs out to straddle. If you can keep a hold of your feet, go ahead. If not, just move your hands down to your knees. Flex and push. And if you want to give yourself a little rock here, feels good on the sacrum. You don't have to do it the whole time, but maybe just do a couple. Keep that low back on the ground. So for some of you, this is challenging. You don't want to let the weight of the legs pull you forward so that that waist comes off the ground. You still have to keep the pubic bone pulling the pelvis into actually a posterior tilt. So you got to breathe into your chest and back as that stomach really works to rotate the pelvis up towards your spine. Let go. Reach your hands forward, and we're just going to breathe here. Every time you exhale, try to pull yourself a little higher. Actually, I'm just trying to pull my pubic bone to my chest. Couple more. Every time you exhale, you're forward. Probably getting hot. One more. And then grab a hold, pull the feet in, let your head go back, squash them in, and then put the soles of the feet down on the ground. Now my feet are actually a little wider than my sit bones, and I want you to just kind of on your own timing rock back and forth, and then let that left leg go down and then the right leg into a twist, and then come back up, pull the leg up, and do that a couple times. Just let the left leg go and then the right leg and go down, and then pull up. These are for people that have like super tight inside adductor lines. This repetition of this lead leg, so let it go, pull the right leg up, and then pull that left hip into the socket as you take it up. And then left leg, right leg one more time. Pull into the socket. Now on this last one, down, just stay here. I'm doing a little bit of pulling with my the inside of my right leg. It's not a big deal, but it feels good to kind of move this. It's not a big twist, just a little baby twist. And then to come up, pull that right side of your pelvis back, pull the left leg into the socket, and then let's go to the other way. So drop the right leg, go over, and then go left, pull the right leg in. And drop the right, drop the left, left leg up, pull the right leg into the socket. A couple more times, just feeling the drop. My left hip is more sore than my right. And this inner thigh tightness is another part of riding your bike on trails. It's a lot of work for the legs. And then on the next one, just stay down there, right leg, left leg. Drop it down and then just kind of pull with a little pulse that left knee down, let that hip go. And then roll back to center. Pull your right knee up. And then reach down and grab the outside of the foot with your left hand, the inside with your right hand. And then just lay back a minute. So some people, they have a hard time doing this because this knee wants to pop like through the right arm to the side. So we're just gonna take a couple breaths here to pull the right knee to the inside. Use your inner thigh, and if that is not available because it's so tight on the outside, just take your right arm and squeeze it over a little bit and then relax that hip. Just really concentrate. Inhale, you can feel your belly push against that thigh, and then exhale, relax that hip. And then take your left leg straight up to the ceiling, pick up your face, and then stretch that leg long. Now keep that low back on the ground. So you're trying to get that left leg parallel, but keep pulling the pubic bone. Now this leg helps on this, the right leg. So because you're pulling that right leg into you the whole time. And your face, every time you exhale, you're trying to just do the same thing we did in that straddle. Pull the knee and the chest, pull your head up. Now if your neck gets super tired, because this is a lot of work, you can drop it back. You're not hurting your neck here, you're just working that front line, that sternocleidomastoid. Just keep pulling. Couple more. Now drop your head back. Let go with your right arm and stretch the leg up to the ceiling. Now if you can't get your leg straight, mine is not totally straight, that's okay, just stay here. Pushing through your heel. Working it. Now we're going to pull this leg over to the side into a twist. You can kind of balance between the shoulder being up and the leg being down, or the shoulder down, leg up. It's kind of hard to hold that. My foot right now is on my bolster. I think I'm just going to leave that there. All right, now we're gonna roll onto our chest. So let go of your hand, keep your leg kind of going right out of the socket, and then just roll onto your chest. Take your upper arm and put it by your ear with the elbow pointing forward, and then the forearm bent at a 90 about. And your head's going to go right here. So some of us are going to get a really nice shoulder stretch doing this, because some of your hands will want to pop up. Try to keep them pressing down. And then this leg, this right leg, creep it up towards your left hand. So we're not really in a split stretch. We're more in a one-legged straddle stretch. So you're trying to get the inside of that right thigh down, and then you're going to pull it up. So just do what you can. It's very similar to, the position of the Ashtanga stretch to the side. Or if you're a dancer, we're ala sagan, right? So you're pushing your knee and the inside of your hip down, and you're just going to stay here for about a minute more. Eventually, we'd like to get our foot to our left hand. James, what time is it?
9:38.
Pardon?
9:38.
Thank you. Now we're going to let go of the hand, straighten your left arm, and then pull your right hip back, bend the knee, and come over, and then I'm just going to let this leg drop open to the side, the other way. Wiggle back and forth. All right, so we're going to do that much on our left side. So bend your left knee, pull it in, reach down and grab the outside of your foot, and then the inside. Drop your head back. Now just work that, ease that hip in the socket. So inhale and then exhale, just relax the hip in the socket. And then pull that right leg up, stretch it long to the ceiling, and then stretch it out so it becomes parallel to the floor. And then we inhale up through our chest and head, exhale, pull. Release the head back, let go with your left hand, and stretch that left leg as straight as it's going to go today. Now slowly take this over to the side. Now I put my leg up on this block because I'd like to get my left shoulder a little closer to the floor. Now at first, you know, it's all contracted and it doesn't want to go. But if you put your leg on something so that you can let go of that leg, then the torso will let go. There you go. You sometimes need to take one piece out of the equation so that you can work on another piece. So right now I'm working on my chest. Now, we're going to let go with our hand. Roll onto our stomach. Move that right arm. Right arm right beside the face, elbow bent. Creep that left leg up as high as it'll go. Remember, it's trying to go to this hand, but you're also trying to get flat. So you're going to push your hip, inside of that left hip, towards the ground. And then just stay here, breathe. Release your arm. Pull that left hip back. Rolling back onto your spine. Soles of the feet on the ground. And then, again, just... Actually feels really good to go to the right. And then maybe to the left. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Just a couple more. All right. So one more. Palms on the ground. Right across from your shoulders. Excuse me. Pull your legs in and up. Now, you can do these with the knees bent. This is what it looks like. Or you can do these with the legs straight. Of course, it's way more work with the legs straight. We're going to do 5 sets. And we're going to start. Inhale to the right. Feet aiming towards your hand. Exhale, pull back to center. Inhale, left. Exhale, pull. Inhale, right. Exhale, center. Try to keep the legs together. Inhale, left. Exhale, pull. Inhale, right. Exhale, center. Inhale, left. Exhale, center. Inhale, right. Exhale, center. Inhale, left. exhale, center, inhale, right. Now just stay here a couple of breaths, pulling that left hip back, lifting that right leg up. And pull center and left. Pull the left hip, left thigh up, pull that right shoulder back, pull the right hip back, breathe. And pull up, arms up. Roll to your right side with control. Slow motion roll to your stomach. That wasn't very slow. Release. And then press back, child pose. Stretch the arms forward. Lift up, tuck the toes, press back, down dog. And then just walk your hands and feet together. Pull the feet together. Forward bend. Lengthen out and come up to standing. All right. So we're going to do one more thing. We're going to do the half handstands with a hold. Doing these for you, Corey, so we can keep doing them, right? After all that nice wrist work, either your wrists will be super ready to do this or they'll be tired. It just depends on how much wrist work you do. So get yourself to a wall. The nice thing about this mat is it does not slide on my carpet. That is fantastic. Because at the end of sun salutations with my other mat, though I like that one too, you know, I'm about a foot forward from where I started. All right. So we're going to go up, feet across from the pelvis. You can stay there, or you can stretch your right leg up. We're going to hold it about a minute. I'll try to give you timings. They're somewhat approximate because I don't have a clock. I'm just doing a breath pattern. So I'm pretty accurate, but not exactly. Step as long as you can. We'll do 2 sets. All right, hands down. Fingers nice and wide. Walk your feet up your wall. And push that left leg up. Breathe. Keep pushing up off your hands. 15. Push up. 30. Push up. 45. Push up, and 1 minute, come down. Sit, release your wrists. Let the shoulders drop and just enjoy that. All right, second round. And walk yourself up. Other leg up. Breathe. Push up, 15. Push up, 30. Push up, 45. Push up and come on down. And shake out the wrists. And since we're at the wall, we're just gonna lay down on our backs, throw our feet up that wall unless you want to just be in a regular corpse. And rest. Big inhale. Pull the legs down off of the wall. Roll to your right side. Come to sitting. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate your support. Enjoy your day. Namaste.